Start by going to the 7th fret on the high E string here. Now, you're going to pick the low E string with the high E string, and then the B string, and an open G, like that. Now you could pluck using your ring finger on the high E string, like this, then your middle on the B, and the index on the G. Or you could use the middle finger on the high E string, and the index for the B and the G, which is actually my preference here, but you can try both ways. So that's ring, middle, index, and this is middle, index, index. So after you've got your picking pattern down, we're going to start here by playing the low E string only the first time, like this. And then we play these parts again just by themselves while the low E string drones in the background. So it's like this. Now you can also move your finger around here to give a bit of a vibrato sound. It's kind of like moving your finger back and forth within the fret on a classical guitar. Whereas if this is electric, you might be going up and down a bit, but just going kind of back and forth. Get a little bit of vibrato. And after this now, we're going to pick this again. 7th fret, and then we go to the 5th fret. Then the 3rd fret. So in total right now we have then we're going to pick this again at the 3rd fret with an open E string, then the 2nd fret, then open strings. Now we're going to play the open strings together, then the 3rd fret up to the 7th fret. So now from the start we have this. And now for the next part we're going to go all the way up to the 12th fret. And play that with the open E string. So 3 times like that. And now for the next part, we're going to go from 12 to 10 to 8. Now after you play the 8th fret here, we're going to go to the 5th frets on G, B, and E. Flatten out on the index finger here. And the pinky is going to reach out to the 8th fret on the high E. Now we're going to be picking the open A string with this. So 8th fret, the thumb comes down to the A string here, 8th fret on with the pinky, like this. We're going to go like that. A minor right there. Then we go to the 7th fret. And then the 5th fret. So that is. And for this part you could move your pinky to the 7th fret or use this ring finger here. After that, we're going to play the A string again with the 5th frets flattened out here. And then back to the 7th fret. And then the 8th fret again. So this section right here is like this. Now after this part here, the index finger is going to flatten out to the 7th fret all across the 7th fret on all the strings here. But what we're really wanting to hear is this low 7th fret, B note there, and these notes down here. The middle finger is going to go to the 8th fret on the G. So we move from here to here like that. That's a move you'd want to practice, from this to this. Remember to keep this finger curved when you're getting to the 8th fret on the G there. Now once you got this down, we're going to be playing these two together. Like that, B major there. Play that once like that. Now this spare ring finger here is going to land on the 8th fret on the high E string while this is being held like that. So now we have, so first without that finger there, finger down, and then finger off again. Now we're going to reach out to the 11th fret with the pinky here on the high E string, and hopefully your hands are big enough for that. I'm going to play the 11th fret, then we let go, play the 8th fret here with that ring finger, and then ring finger off. Probably the hardest part of the song here. And after this, we're going to go down to the 7th fret of the high E string again. It's much like the beginning of the song. And now 5th fret, 3rd fret. And then we're going to go 3, 2, open. And after that, we're going to jump into a B7 chord. So what you need for that is the 2nd fret on the high E, the 2nd fret on G, and the 2nd fret on the A string there. And B7 also has the 1st fret of the D string there, which I sometimes do for habit, but we don't actually play it here. So while you're holding these down, we're going to hear this. We play the A string and E strings together. And then next, you take the middle finger off the A string and put the index finger down on the 1st fret of the A string. Once you have your index finger on the 1st fret of A, we're going to pluck that A string with a high E there. Like that for the 1, and then the pinky comes out to the 3rd fret, and then back to the 2nd fret. So. So this whole B7 thing sounds like this now. And then you go to an E minor chord using the index finger and the middle finger on the 2nd frets of the A and D strings like so. We're going to pluck the E string with the D string. And then we're going to play open B and G. We're going to do that again, but now on the A string. Then this ring finger here hits the 3rd fret on the E string. And then we let go and strum the E minor chord like so. So that part there again, one more time is